evening, everybody. How we doing for a live Around the World podcast episode happening right now, right here on the ATR Network. I'm John. As you can see, guys, we have a very small crew tonight.
Yeah,
You can call this the ATR
exactly. We had our first interview, and this actually reminds me of the old days. Actually, me and you we had our first interview together with Orlando, I believe, right? So this goes back to the old days for today. Yeah.
Yes. So, guys, unfortunately, no Ryan Peterson tonight. He just needed a week off, and I completely commend him for that. Ryan, I hope you're watching us tonight, buddy. Definitely would love to hear from you on topics we have tonight. And actually, before I even get to that, Costa, how are you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, everything's good, man. Everything's good. I'm actually excited because I just got some good news in terms of the music industry. So I'm actually excited to see how this entire year goes, because this event that I just got confirmation on my end could set me up for a whole entire fantastic year. So I'm just hoping that we get more good wrestling news and more good music news overall. So I'm excited for this show tonight. I'm excited for what we have to come in the future, and let's get this ball rolling, man.
Yes, I totally agree with you on that. And of course, we got Carl behind the scenes tonight, as always. Guys, if you want to follow us, you definitely can. You can find us. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook. Just go find. You can just type in Around the Rope Show, and we are there. Find the network as well. Same thing. We actually just dropped the video. This dropped actually at noon today, where we interviewed head booker Kevin Nasta, who works for the company called Goddesses of War. They are an all-women's promotion based in New Jersey. They're set to have their first show on February 25th. And we spoke all about that. We're actually set to have one of the competitors on from that tournament at 9:15 tonight, as Amanda the Amazonian will be on. So it'll be nice to talk to her weeks ahead of this historic event that's happening. But again, folks, the way you can find that out is you go to our YouTube page. Go to youtube.com/@ the ATR Network 2022. Yes, folks, I know it's long, but until we get to 100 subscribers, that's kind of what we're working with at the current moment.
It's not as long as my last name, though, as you guys say. But
no, Costa, your last name will still have all 26 letters of the alphabet in it, no matter what.
I know it does. Yeah.
But so we definitely have that. Definitely did that. Did all the housework, did all the cleanup, all that stuff. But yeah, guys, let's get rolling into it, because we actually do have some things that we want to bring up that are not. And folks, the one thing I always stress on the show is we always try to have fun.
Yes,
you know that you've been here since day one.
Yep. It's all about fun for us, man. It's all about fun for us.
Unfortunately, we do have some disturbing news, I guess you can say.
Yeah, kind of.
And if everybody knows Kevin Nash, former WCW superstar, former WWE superstar, probably one of the pillars of when it comes to wrestling, he has his own podcast. And pardon me 1 second, I'm actually about to pull up exactly what he said.
Oh, I didn't hear this, so I don't know. I didn't hear that. So
on his show, which I don't know when it actually drops. Yeah. I don't know if this was from today or yesterday.
Yeah.
He goes, today is week 12 that I lost my boy. Time flies when you got a gun in your mouth. I mean, time flies when you're having fun.
Oh shit. Oh, I didn't hear that. Wow.
To which then his co-host Sean Oliver turned around and said, "Don't play like that. You have guns, so you can't say those things." To which then Kevin Nash kind of replied and said, "I can do whatever I want to do as long as I leave a note."
Oh, damn.
Folks, if you go back to our channel, we did a video, God, this was a couple of weeks ago.
A few weeks ago, yeah, a few weeks ago.
Where myself, Carl, and Ryan all talked about mental health, because, folks, mental health is not something you want to play with. It's not. Yeah. It's not a joke. It's a serious thing.
Yeah.
And when you lose somebody like a son, it takes a toll on you.
Yeah.
And it really does. But Carl, what's up?
1 month ago.
What? Yeah, 1 month ago. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, 1 month. Yeah, 1 month ago was when we did that video. But it takes a toll on you.
Yeah, it does.
And the fact that he's even saying it raises concern.
Yeah. You shouldn't say, especially on a podcast, man. You shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say that while you're I don't know if it's live, but you shouldn't say that while on the podcast, man.
Because one thing that I don't care what level you are of success. I don't care if you're a Kevin Nash. I don't care if you're a Joe Schmo. I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
If you're suffering from mental health issues, reach out to somebody. Talk to somebody.
Exactly.
Because I've heard this so many times, that when it comes to suicide, because essentially that's what this whole thing comes down to.
Yeah.
Suicide doesn't stop the problems at all. All it does is puts the problems on everybody else.
Well, yeah, I guess you can put it that way. Yeah.
And the fact that, it's still even happening now is scary. So, folks, like I said before, if you are suffering from any mental health issues or have suicidal thoughts, definitely reach out to somebody, talk to a friend, a family member. It doesn't matter, because, folks, you may not think it if you're in that stage, and I've been in that stage before several times.
Yeah.
But you matter, and there's somebody out there who cares.
Yeah, there is. So the suicide. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Carl. Folks, if you do not know, the suicide hotline it's actually now it used to be a whole phone number. Now they actually knocked it down a little bit
to 3 digits. Yeah.
Now the suicide hotline is 988. So, like I said, folks, if you're suffering, if you think you're not worth it, get that out of your head now. Because you may not think it, you may not want to admit it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you, Carl. It was also just informed that is to chat or to text.
Yeah, to chat or to text someone, you dial 988.
Yes.
Yeah.
So again, folks, I stress this a lot, and I'll stress this till the cows come home. If you're in that situation, reach out to somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It takes one, and trust me, I have, one thing I'm very fortunate is to have a group, a good core support group around me who will call me out on certain things, but who will also congratulate me when I accomplish certain things.
Uh-huh.
And it's a nice thing to have. It's a nice thing to have, because you don't realize how a simple hello, a simple good morning, or a simple how you doing today, how far that goes.
It does go very far. Trust me on that. Yeah.
And folks, again, like I said, go back and watch our video. You can hear my story, hear Carl's story, and hear Ryan's story as well. And Costa, when we do a future one, we'll definitely have you on for that one.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't be there last time, but sorry about that. Yeah.
No. That was more of a last minute type of thing.
Yeah.
A spur of the moment type of deal. But so again, folks, definitely don't think that you're going down that road is. I'm trying to make better phrases. Don't think going down that road makes you a hero at all, because it doesn't. But I want to kind of lighten up the mood a bit now, because it was a really freaking way to start this show.
There's like awkward feeling here. You live all the way in New York, and I can feel it all the way up here in
Yeah.
Canada, man. So yeah,
Yeah, I just realized that. I was like, wow. But
Yeah.
guys, we have a lot to get to tonight because
yeah, we do.
there was also a pay-per-view this past
Oh
weekend
yes,
called Hard to Kill. And I
yeah,
still think they're scraping up parts of Bully Ray and Josh Alexander as we speak.
yeah.
And also, let's also forget the other part. We saw a debut
Oh yes,
of a certain Santino Marella,
Mister. Yeah, wow, my guy. That's my guy right
who
there.
apparently does not like people who kick other people in the meat. If you watch the clip, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But
I know exactly what you're talking about. Don't worry.
yeah, but we also have that, so we have a lot to get to. But let me actually pull up a quick story here
Okay.
that was mentioned a lot today,
Okay.
and that's the name Adam Hopkins. Now you're
Okay.
probably going to sit there and say, "Who?"
Yeah, who is that?
He is he worked. Let me rephrase it. He worked for WWE.
Oh yeah, okay. Is that one of the people that got? I saw the female got one of the ladies got fired or something like. I think there was one other person, wasn't there?
He was the title he had was the WWE Vice President of what was we call it? WWE Vice President of Communications.
Right.
He
Okay.
was basically the guy who, if you want to set up an interview with somebody in the WWE,
Yep.
he would be the guy you would go through.
Mm-hmm.
It's unknown right now why he got released, but what's interesting about this whole thing, he had been with the company for 25 years.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know what to say to that. I think to be honest, I'm not one to like put rumors out there, but I'm willing to bet that most of these oustings have to do with the return of Vince McMahon, I believe. Yeah.
Oh yeah, don't even get me started on him because he and we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that story.
We'll save that for later. Yeah.
Because holy crap, he really pissed off a lot of people, including me, with the shit.
Including everyone, man, including me too.
But just want to get back quickly to the opening story that we had before in regards to Kevin Nash, because Paul Davis, actually Carl just sent me over the story here, but Paul Davis from Wrestling News just put out a thing that said, and I quote, Kevin Nash is fine and has no intentions to harm himself, according to a friend / promoter, David Hero. Hero tweeted, I just spoke to Kevin Nash. I can assure you that he has zero intentions to harm himself, especially after he hung up the phone with me walking into the gym on day.
Okay.
So I'm happy that there's no harm there because I look at it this way. The fact of what happened with him beforehand, it was scary enough as it is. And let's also call a spade here. The rest of the world's not the same without him and, the bad guy.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but you know what, Casa, we're gonna get into the Vince McMahon stuff now.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Because holy crap. Obviously, folks, if you've been living under a rock and have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, first of all, it's 2023. Wake up. But what happened was Vince McMahon is back.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's not shocking news to anybody, but yeah, he is back.
Yep.
To the point that now he is making amendments. He's making changes.
Yeah.
For example, did you know this, Casa? That apparently, you know how, now you have to understand something. WWE is a publicly traded company.
Yes.
So any decisions that are made have to go through the shareholders.
Mm-hmm.
How about Vince McMahon now has it put into the bylaws that if there is a major decision that has to be made, he will turn around and he can make the decision and doesn't have to go through the shareholders anymore?
Really?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's not being a boss. That's being a fucking tyrant.
Exactly.
And the fact that they're doing that, the fact that you're seeing all the stuff coming out about all these rules that Vince is changing. So basically, folks, if you don't know what we're talking about the rules being changed, obviously there's the one I mentioned before about Vince being allowed to make decisions without having to go through the shareholders.
Yeah.
The other rule is any sort of deal that's done in regards to the future of WWE as far as, them selling the company.
Yeah.
Vince basically has the final say in it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And he doesn't care. It doesn't matter. It can be also, let's say Disney offers them, however much they're going to offer him. He can go, I don't like it. And with what I said before, I can very easily. There's a good possibility that if the Saudis offer him enough money, I can see him taking it.
Yeah, you know what? I again, I'm not one to speculate, but I think if you think about it, look at this. If you think about it, WWE already has a 10-year deal basically in place with Saudi Arabia, basically, right?
Yes.
So how I look at it is, they leaked. First of all, the story got leaked on purpose, right? Just to see how people will react to the news. I actually think that news is real. They're just waiting for the proper time to make it official, whenever that may be.
Okay, but that was my next question. Now,
Yeah.
you made that comment. When is the right time? When is the right time? You're not gonna do it right now.
Yeah.
Excuse me. In a couple weeks, you're on the road to Mania.
Exactly. So, yeah, I guess they're gonna wait until after Mania's done or completed to.
But then you're on. But then you got another problem. Then you're on the road to Money in the Bank being held in London, and then after that you're on the road to freaking SummerSlam, and then Survivor Series, and then boom, the year's over.
So yeah, I guess I don't know. I guess they're gonna take their time and.
Humbly, I look at it this way.
Yeah.
I think the fact that WWE is even going down this road,
yeah,
I think is ridiculous.
I know.
I don't understand why you can't just leave Hunter and Stephanie running everything like they've been, and that's it.
But like you said, Vince is a tyrant, which also means he's a control freak. He needs control over every damn thing in the fucking world, right? So
yeah, and I just think, to me, with everything that's been coming out now about him,
yep,
it's like, why would you? First of all, why would anybody want to support them? Support Vince, to me, is laughable at this point.
Well, some people have no, like Triple H has no choice basically, because he married into Vince, into the McMahon family, so it's whatever.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's half the problem.
Yeah,
but we do have a new lawsuit with WWE.
Oh, that as well. Yes, the fire department of when was it?
It was reported earlier today through several sources that the Detroit Police and Fire Retirement System have filed a lawsuit against Vince McMahon after being voted back into the WWE Board of Directors to become the board executive chairman. The original board unanimously voted against McMahon's return. Still, because he has the majority shareholder of the company, he removed 3 board members to make way for himself: George Barrows and Michelle Wilson.
Yes.
There are also 2 other members that left the board following Vince's return.
Yes.
But now here's where it gets interesting, though. According to the lawsuit by the Detroit Police and Fire System, notes that they are seeking a declaration that would effectively block the former CEO from regaining control of WWE's board of directors, and I don't care about the stupid ad. Board of directors, and prevent him from expediting a sale. They request that it be recognized as a class action on behalf of all other WWE stockholders, and it was filed in the Delaware Court of Clemency.
Good.
Sorry.
Good.
The lawsuit, let me just finish up with this part. The lawsuit may slow a potential sale of WWE, which is something Vince McMahon has noted when he returned to the company earlier this month, in addition to helping lead talks for WWE's next TV deal. WWE wants to sell the company by the middle of this year.
Yeah, see, exactly. The middle of this year, yeah.
Here's the part where they get more into the nooks and crannies of the lawsuit.
Okay.
The lawsuit argued that McMahon had breached duties as a controlling stockholder by trying to impose his personal will on WWE and its board by perpetrating to adapt a package of invalid and inequitable bylaw amendments that would hamstring the board from making critical business decisions.
Yeah, exactly.
So again, something's got to give. Because I'll tell you right now, I don't think we're good. I know I said before that I think the right money handed to Vince, he'll sell the company without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
But I almost feel like he's destroying what he's built.
Yeah, even in okay, I think I could be wrong about this, but during the storyline with WCW, he said I would inject poison into my own product to make sure that other people don't get it, right? So that's exactly what he's doing right now.
Yeah,
he's killing his own product on purpose.
I don't understand why. Because I'll tell you right now, to me, and I said this when we did the show last week.
Yeah.
To me, AEW is going to be the one company that I think in the long run is going to end up benefiting. Yeah, thank you. I couldn't think of the word for it for a second.
Yeah.
Benefit from this whole thing.
Yeah, they are. AEW even with WWE as competition, they've had some amazing shows. Even their like weekly shows, like Dynamite, has been amazing in the past few weeks. Even it's been amazing. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I love the shows recently.
Oh, we'll get into what they have coming up this week because they have another show coming up as always. Coming up this Wednesday. I think they're live in Fresno, California.
Yes, I believe.
And we'll get into that in a bit, but as far as his Vince stuff, I mean,
that's crazy. So just to clarify, he has a board member. He has a board member suing him, and he has the fire department of Detroit and a police department of Detroit suing him as well, right?
Yes.
So a shareholder and a department, okay, a fire department.
Yes.
So hopefully one of those. This is just my personal opinion. I'm not being biased or anything. I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but hopefully one of those lawsuits block Vince McMahon from doing anything. So let's hope so. Because if he gets his hands back on the product, I'm scared to think about what's gonna happen again. So
well, interesting you bring that up.
What?
Because one of the potential buyers of the WWE is some guy who owns the team that had the biggest comeback this weekend in the NFL playoffs.
The biggest comeback? I don't know.
A certain Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, the cons.
Because Tony Boy there, apparently has come out and said he would be interested in being a part of the WWE sale process.
that honestly, man, that would be hilarious. That would just put the icing on the cake, man. That would be freaking hilarious. That would be hilarious if Tony Khan were to be part of buying the buy process of WWE, man. That would be great.
Yeah, but you know what's funny though, and I laugh.
What?
You know what that would basically come down to?
What?
It would basically be the same thing that Vince, and I said this last week, and I'll say this again.
Yeah.
If Tony Khan were to buy WWE, it would be the same thing that whatchamacallit, that we saw what Vince did 20 years ago.
WCW?
Yeah, it's the exact same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because think about it. Vince bought out the competition.
Yeah.
And what's Tony Khan basically doing?
Buying out the competition.
Realistically, like I said this last week, if that were to happen, do you realize there would only be one day a week where we don't have Tony Khan on TV?
Oh, God.
1 day a week, Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, Thursday. And we don't even reach the channel to watch Impact Wrestling, by the way, just to let you guys know.
No,
Impact needs a
unfortunately, we
TV
don't.
deal. Yeah. What I'm saying is Impact needs a new TV deal, please, because I want to watch the show.
Yeah, but here's the problem, though. They're not going to for one reason.
Why?
Because the company that runs them is Anthem. Anthem runs Access TV.
Oh God.
They're not going to sell to. They're not going to bring the.
Sell to anyone else. Yeah.
Yeah, when that's basically that's the only reason why Access TV is still around.
Oh God.
But you look at whatchamacallit. You look at all that stuff, and to me, do you really want to see Tony Khan on 4 or 5 days a week?
Hey man, to be honest, if the wrestling is good, I really don't care, man. I just want to be entertained, and I know that he already puts out a good product. So
But here's the thing, though.
unless he has announcement after announcement after announcement after announcement, then it'll get
Probably.
yeah.
But I look at it this way, though.
Yeah.
You look at how it is. I mean, I've said on this show my issues with Tony Khan.
Yeah, I know.
I said them plenty of times, and I stick to them. And it's not me trying to sit here and try to start beef with Tony. No, not at all.
No.
It's just I think Tony Khan right now is biting off way more than he can chew.
Well, usually, okay, I'll just put it this way. Usually when you run a business, you have a team of people who do things for you. So you don't have to worry about doing things like on your own. But yeah, the only problem, there's not a problem, but you get tired out easily if you do it all on your own. So
It's constant. I have to cut you off for a second. It's called being burnt out.
Exactly. Burnt out, yeah.
And the fact that you gotta realize, he writes not only for Dynamite, he does Rampage.
Yeah.
He does Dark.
Uh-oh.
Guys, hold up. Breaking news.
Yeah.
We just lost a fucking legend.
Who?
What?
Jay Briscoe just died.
What?
I swear to God, dude, I'm looking at it. I saw a tweet from Tony Khan. Rest in peace. I'm like, what? Jay Briscoe has died.
Whoa.
38 years.
Wow.
Hold on.
Folks, this is live radio.
Oh, live punch.
Yeah.
I'm not lying, dude. It's already made it up there.
Holy shit.
And I went to Wikipedia, and unfortunately, it's already listed that he did pass away.
Sadly,
they're not saying what it was, but they're saying death is January 17th, 2023.
Damn. So it says, sadly, Jamin Pugh has passed away, known to fans as Jay Briscoe. He was a star in ROH for over 20 years. From the first show until today.
Yeah.
Jay and his brother, Mark, dominated ROH, reigning as champions. To this day, we'll do whatever we can to support his family. Rest in peace, Jamin. Wow. Yeah, from ROH and AEW, yeah. From the Briscoe. Wow, that's crazy. Rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, wow.
I'm blown away right now.
I'm just
Exactly.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
actually blown away right now. And folks, if you're watching us and you'd like to leave a comment on the passing that we just happened to find out about, leave it in the comments below and we'll definitely read them. But again, guys, if you missed the breaking news, wow.
And a lot of the talent from multiple promotions are saying rest in peace, Jay Briscoe.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
They just had a freaking amazing year too. Like, wow, that's messed up, man. Holy shit.
I
If I'm
don't
not
know.
mistaken, didn't they just bring back the belt
Yeah,
Yeah.
from the FTR?
yeah.
Yeah. I'm seeing it right now. A lot of the Ring of Honor guys are saying rest in peace, rest in peace. But holy crap.
Sorry for the silence, guys. To
Christ.
everybody watching right now, this is live right now.
Oh,
Wow.
Ryan made a great point.
Hold on.
Unbelievable. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't he just have a newborn?
I believe so.
I think so, yeah. I think so.
Yeah. Holy crap. I mean, here's the way I look at it. You think of tag team wrestling. The Briscoes come.
John, it's just like when we had when we remember on the old network, we did the YouTube exclusive. Everybody had the Briscoes on there. On their top 10.
Exactly.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was Ryan's first time on air with us.
Yes,
was
it
that
was.
list.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Holy crap.
Oh, shit. Wow. Damn.
Even Sean Ross was saying it. So.
Sorry, guys. I just don't know what to say right now, man. Wow.
Actually, Ryan, if you're watching, did you ever work with them?
Hold on. John.
Go ahead.
John Alba says multiple sources have informed me Jay Briscoe, one half of the Briscoe brothers tag team, died tonight. Do not have further details at this time. And that was 8 minutes ago.
Oh, shit.
And
but he did go on to say Tony Khan has confirmed it. So.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm blown away right now. But Ryan, again, if you're watching, I'm just curious to know, did you ever get a chance to work with him at all?
I think he did when.
Oh, here's an intro. Yeah.
If I was Tony Khan, I would deactivate the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships in honor of one of the greatest tag team performers of wrestling history. Ryan, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, they should definitely do that. They should definitely not deactivate it, but yeah, just for now, like, yeah.
No. Deactivate it.
Yeah.
The reason is they actually were the true champions for Ring of Honor.
I agree.
Okay?
I agree.
Let them go out with style.
Yeah. Like you would for a Hall of Fame. Yeah, exactly.
Because nobody would want to wear that belt. They would never carry the tradition that the Briscoes always did.
Yeah, I agree. That's true.
And John, he answers your question.
Oh, okay.
He said, sadly, I never did.
Oh, okay. I thought yeah. Wow.
Even MLW now is putting out a tweet.
Wow. Yeah. Damn.
Wow.
FTR is putting out a Cash from FTR goes, I've been in tears since I heard the news. I don't have any words. Rest in peace, Jay.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
And here's somebody just put out a tweet, and I'll show the picture quickly.
Yeah.
And it's the picture from their last. Oh, come on.
Their last match, yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Up there real quick. I'll put you on full screen.
Yeah.
Guys,
keep it up.
Somebody just put out this picture.
Yeah.
And I've said this before. That rivalry, the two of them, that FTR and the Briscoes had, was probably one of the greatest rivalries when it comes to tag team wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
John?
of course.
Ryan
Yes.
also has another comment.
Mhm.
He turns says, I can guarantee you that if TK offered FTR the belts back, they would immediately turn them down.
Oh, I totally agree on that. I think any tag team
Yeah,
would
I
turn
agree.
them down.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's true. I think
We also have
you're
a
right.
comment coming in from our brother across the pond, David. Hey, John, Carl Costa, great podcast, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
John,
Mr.
I don't know if you've been listening. It was just announced that Jay Briscoe of the Briscoes passed away tonight, and we just broke the news here on air.
Wow, that's sorry. I know I keep saying wow, but this is some freaking.
Can I tell you something?
Costa gives a wow.
No,
Wow.
I'll put it this way. This is the first time in any time that I've done any show that this has actually happened.
Like breaking news live. Like,
And it's not like
a wrestling legend tag team. Ricky Morton put out a tweet. Gutted. Rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. Thank you for allowing Robert and myself to wrestle you all countlessness times. Truly one of my favorites with a broken heart.
hell yeah! Wow.
I really, and guys, tonight's show is going to be dedicated to the life and career of Jay Briscoe.
Fuck.
What?
Meltzer just tweeted out 4 minutes ago. Tony Khan tweeted that the Jay Briscoe in an auto accident. 2 people in car died in an accident at 5:30 p.m. in Laurel, Maryland. Just horrible tragic news.
In the car accident? Okay, wow. Wow. Jesus Christ.
But guys, like I said before, if you're watching us right now and you'd like to leave your comments below, yeah, I think Ryan said it perfectly.
Gotta say this once. Reach for the sky, boy. Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And like I said before, this show tonight will be dedicated to not only the life and legacy, but to the fans and to the family of Jay Briscoe. Because here at the Around the Ropes podcast, and I think I can speak for all 3 of us, all 4 of us, including Ryan, we send our condolences to the family, the friends, and the fans of Jay Briscoe.
Yeah, all of us included.
Carl, I think why don't we do this? Why don't we take a quick commercial break?
Yeah.
Regain our thoughts and come back, and we'll continue to talk about this developing story. Because, guys, like I said, first time that it's ever happened that we actually have a legitimate breaking story here. But we'll be right back right after this.
Yep. Hey, folks, this is Carl from the ATR Network. Just want to let you know we have a brand new sponsor. It's Doobie Energy. All your energy drinks with no jitters and no crash. Check this out. See you next time.
And we are back here, and Guys, again, breaking news as it's been reported. It's now going all over Twitter and Facebook. The world has lost arguably one of the greatest tag team wrestlers
in the world.
and Jay Briscoe. And if you're watching us tonight, guys, first of all, I appreciate it that you're watching us. If you have any comments that you like to say about Jay Briscoe and his career, you can definitely leave them in the comments below. If you are a wrestler who has worked with Jay Briscoe and and you're watching us and would like to come on, either now or for a later spot, you can shoot. If you're following us on social media, shoot us a message. We'd definitely love to have you on because we like to. I know they always say death, unfortunately, is a sad thing, but I want to kind of look at it as the positives because Jay Briscoe, to me, you look at tag team wrestlers, especially from the Ring of Honor days, and you got to remember also, guys, he was an original Ring of Honor guy.
Yeah, definitely.
He is somebody who has been with that company since the beginning. And it's sad. It's sad when somebody who everybody loves across the board, doesn't matter what promotion you're in, Ring of Honor, AEW, WWE, Impact Wrestling, whoever, NWA, and it's a sad night. So like I said, folks, again, definitely love to hear your thoughts on this ongoing situation, because not only do we know, obviously, like I mentioned before, about the passing, but it's also being reported right now by Dave Meltzer as to it being an automobile accident.
Yeah, involving two people. Yeah.
So, like I said, folks, like I said, folks, you can definitely keep your comments coming about Jay Briscoe. We'll definitely read them. That's not even out of the realm of being an issue. David Reynolds chimes in here and goes, heard like a few minutes before I tuned in. I can't describe how I feel right now. I absolutely love the Briscoes. I don't think tag team wrestling will ever be the same again. I think David kind of nailed it right on the head. Because when you think about tag team wrestling, yes, you got your team Usos, the New Day.
They don't compare. They don't compare to the Briscoes, man. They don't compare.
Hold on, Costa. Yeah. You have those teams.
Yeah.
You have an AEW. You got all those. You got it's. I mean, like I said before, you look at Ring of Honor. And folks, if you watch the show, you know I'm usually very talkative right now, and I have like no words right now.
That's why I'm saying silent, because I have no words, man. Absolutely no words. I can't, man.
Yeah. But I still say right now, you want to talk about tag team wrestling? Go back and watch the Briscoes versus the FTR that we just saw this past year.
All three of them, yeah.
All three of them, especially the double dog collar match that they had. I forgot what it was. Oh, here's an interesting suggestion by our own Ryan Peterson.
I'm pulling that up. Ryan says, here's an idea for Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
I'm getting to that, John. Deactivate the tag titles. Do a 16-team tournament featuring some of the best tag teams in the world and call it the Jay Briscoe Cup. Most definitely, I agree.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm in total agreement on that. And the fact that I really hope Tony Khan does the right thing here. And again, I know, Costa, when we opened the show, I was talking a lot of crap about Tony Khan.
Yeah.
But the one thing I would say about him when it comes to a situation like he's one of the best, it's a situation you don't want to be, you don't want to have to.
Yeah.
But I think right now it's a situation that, I mean, Brody died.
Look at when,
If you
look
remember
at when
that
Owen Hart,
dynamite that they did right after he
right,
died.
Owen Hart and all that stuff, right? So look what he did. Look what the dedication he did for the Hart family, right? So he knows what Tony Khan knows what to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Ryan also mentions another thing. He goes, uh, maybe as an homage to Jay, also have the finals be a double dog collar match in honor of Jay's last match. Yeah, I could
That's
definitely
true.
see them doing that. I
can
could
see that
easily
as
see
well,
them
yeah.
doing that.
Mhm.
But like I said, folks, if you have any other remarks or comments, definitely put them below. We'll definitely get them. Again, folks, if you're just joining us and you did not hear the news, it's being reported now for the last, I would say the last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, 10 minutes. About
That
10 minutes.
one half of the Briscoe brothers, Jay Briscoe, has died at the age of
Via
38. He does. So definitely, folks, like I said, hug. This also kind of puts another perspective. Hug your family because you don't want to take your life. If you take your life for granted, you may not be able to enjoy a lot of it. You want to live life for the moment because, as we see with Jay Briscoe, your life could be gone the flip of the switch.
Oh,
I think that's the best way I can put it. I think that's the best way I can put it. But guys, I want to keep things going here. Again, folks, like I said before, if you have any other comments you'd like to say, definitely leave them below. We'll definitely read them on air. But I want to keep things going because we actually had, and we'll get to Impact Wrestling momentarily. We did have two independent shows this weekend.
Yeah, go ahead.
We had Garden State Wrestling, which our own Ryan Peterson made his announcing debut in. So I got to give him a round of applause for that one.
Yep.
He did a phenomenal job that night,
Mhm.
and on a card that I think was very well stacked. You had a lot of great matches. You had one match between Brian Keith and I forgot the other guy's name now. It was the two Cowboys on the card. This was a how's the best way I can describe it? That was a stiff match. Was that day. Alan Angels took on Alec Price. Phenomenal match. They had a fatal four-way, which featured Alley Catch.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed, and also you have to remember, folks, it was our first time. Okay, really, Ryan? Okay. Ryan says, you said I was good, not phenomenal, John. Okay, I will retract what I just said. Ryan Peterson was phenomenal, okay?
This guy.
Jeez Louise.
Yes, Ryan, we know you're phenomenal. We don't have to say it all the time. But anyway, yes.
Well,
You're phenomenal.
I would say, Ryan, if you're that phenomenal, you can start growing your hair out like AJ Styles.
Yeah.
But no, in regards to that show, every match on that card I thought was top to bottom some of the best wrestling I've seen. Folks, if you get the opportunity, definitely go check out Garden State Wrestling. They put on a banger after banger after banger after banger. There was no weak moment, especially when you had the showdown between Culture Inc. and Prolific.
Yep.
Oh my god, I thought they were going to kill each other. I really thought those two teams were going to absolutely kill each other.
Oh man, I'm glad you
Hold
had a
on.
good time, man.
Ryan turns around and goes, "Nah, soccer mom had no look good on me." Ryan, I could see you rocking out that soccer mom look.
No, he's good with the Peter Griffin look. It's okay, leave him alone.
Oh, now more Chris Griffin. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
More Chris Griffin, but
Actually, you have more of a blonde hair, so that might be you. But anyway, I'm just joking.
but no, I thought Garden State had a phenomenal show, folks. Again, go check them out. You can find them there on all your social medias.
Yeah.
I think they're also, if I'm not mistaken, Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong on this. Not only was the show on Fight, but it was also on YouTube as well.
Oh, it was on a Fight too. Wow, that's
Yeah,
good.
it was
That's
on
a
Fight
good look.
TV, and it was on YouTube. So definitely go check it out. It's some of the best wrestling you will see.
Wow.
Now for Saturday night, Titan Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
Hold on, what did he say now? Ryan turns around and goes, "You're lucky I'm not on tonight," and I say that term loosely, John. Well, Ryan, you always have you know where to find us.
Yeah.
You know where to find us.
You definitely know where to find us, man.
But you look at, so what I was saying was Saturday. I actually made the trip down to go see Titan Championship Wrestling.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And got to see. First of all, it was a fun venue. It was in Brick Township, New Jersey. I always thought Ridgefield Park was electric when it comes to wrestling. Hold on. What did Ryan just say here right now? He goes, "Well, we're in the bubble." Ryan, if you're saying that because of my size, you're an ass. But I know what you mean. But Brick Township for Titan Championship Wrestling, there was a feeling in that place. There was a massive feeling in that place.
Mhm.
I got the opportunity to see the show Saturday with Billy. Billy made the trip down, and we both. And it was an enjoyable time.
Nice.
It was an enjoyable time. Personally, my two favorite matches from that night are not going to come as a shock.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was Anthony Gangone taking on Rick Recon.
Oh yeah.
For both the Titan Championship title and the Funhouse title.
Yep.
And oh my God, those two killed each other. But then the other one that I thought was a very good match was actually featuring Blaze Haram and Steve Off. Now I have to look up exactly the title for Blaze because I might have forgotten the name of it.
Go ahead.
Because it's actually a very interesting name. So I want to find the exact name of the title before I get canceled here.
All right.
But let me just give me 1 second here. Again, folks, if you like to follow us, you definitely can. We're on all social medias. If you're watching us on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. It costs you nothing. It does wonders for us and all that stuff. And he is, I'll tell you in a second. He is your Titan Championship Wrestling American Iraq champion.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
But the match he had with Steve Off, oh my God. Again, folks, if you watch the show for a while, you know that I'm very big in storytelling and that I'm very big in I have to be emotionally invested in a story.
Yeah.
And those two guys, I thought, told a phenomenal story because as soon as Blaze comes out, you hear the boos right away, which you rarely see that nowadays in wrestling. There's a maybe, if I can count on one hand, maybe two other times I've seen that a wrestler comes out and gets booed right away. And the other two times would be Darius Carter and MJF.
Yeah.
Also, if you have not had a chance to see a Blaze Haram match, I highly recommend you see it. Because if you remember back to the Iron Sheik days,
Yeah.
the wrestler of the Iron Sheik,
Yep.
it's the exact same feeling.
Really?
Yes.
That's a big person to compare it to. Wow.
It's that old school feeling of no matter who Blaze is up against, he's gonna get booed. But on the flip side, getting booed if you're a heel is a good thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember years ago, Jericho was doing his podcast on the WWE Network, and he had on Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah.
And Stephanie turned around in that interview and said, for a heel to get booed, it's like a face getting cheered.
Exactly.
It's the exact same thing. If you're striking an emotion with the fan base that's there, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
The fact that, like I said before, so he comes out, Steve Off comes out, they start going at it, this, that, another thing, and basically Blaze ends up winning the match via the old schoolboy roll-up, but he cheated.
Oh.
He had his feet on the ropes.
Okay.
But it's set up for the next match.
Yep.
It's set up for future matches where a lot of times you don't see that in wrestling.
Yeah.
So you had those two. I'm trying to remember what other matches you had. Oh, jeez.
But by the way, just not to interrupt you, Mr. Blaine, there, but I will say that I'm surprised that this individual hasn't been signed yet. But Anthony Gangone is one of the best performers you will ever see in the ring. Just to add to that match that you're talking about, he is one of the best performers you will ever see in the ring. Now, I haven't had a chance to see him live, but I've seen some of his matches on YouTube, and the clips, the highlights are incredible, man. So
Gangone is one guy I give him a lot of credit. He hasn't been wrestling that long.
Yeah.
But when he walks into a place, it's like the same thing with Rick Recon. Yeah. If he wants you to boo him, you'll boo him.
Exactly.
But on the flip side, if you want him to cheer you, he'll cheer you.
Yeah, if you want to cheer him, yeah.
But I mean, I thought it was also kind of nice when Gangone after the show came up to me and actually remembered being on the show.
Wow! Thank you, Mr. Gangone. That's incredible to know. Thank you.
A lot. Rick Recon even remembered being on the show.
Yeah, exactly.
So, excuse me, but no, it was definitely. I thought what Billy Fetsky has, with Charles and all them, they have it's a very family oriented place.
And that's how you want it to be, man. That's how you want all businesses to be.
Yes. Even the little jabs they were taking at each other, I thought were absolutely hysterical. Obviously, like I said before, Kevin Aston was there, but we actually had on. Okay, I'm being informed now by my producer in regards to the Jay Briscoe thing. It is confirmed now it was a car accident.
Okay.
So again, folks, in case you're joining us and you don't know the story yet, or you have not been on social media yet, roughly about 30 minutes ago, not even 30, probably 20 minutes ago, reports started coming out that one half of your current Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, Mr. Jay Briscoe, has died in a car accident. So, folks, like I said, tonight's show is going to be dedicated to the life and career of Mr. Briscoe.
You must be psychic. You must be psychic, Mr. Blaine, because we started off this show on a somber note, and it continues to be that way.
Casa,
So,
I didn't plan for that to happen.
I
Trust
know,
me.
I know, I know. I'm just saying.
This is Casa. This is what you call a coincidence.
I know. Yeah, I know. Exactly.
But no, but like I said before, in regards to Titan, I would definitely check them out. It's a lot of entertaining matches. It's a lot of fun matches. It's like I said, but you'll see a lot of people who you'll eventually see on future TV like WWE or AEW. I feel.
Yep, definitely. And some people who deserve to be there, but surprisingly haven't been called up to be there yet. So let's see what
Well,
happens.
because I think the problem is because the fact a lot of times you get a lot of these independent guys who don't want to go up to.
Yeah, so some of you're right. Some of them don't want to. Yeah, some of them don't want to.
And
Because they know that
a lot of time, I mean, yes, again, I'm not trying to speak for all independent wrestlers because I'm not a wrestler. Trust me, I'm not a wrestler. But you turn around and you have the opportunity to. I mean, granted, yes, would every wrestler in the independent scene love to be in WWE or AEW? Absolutely.
Well,
But
like
that's
you said, some of them don't though. Some of
But
them
that's
don't.
also like the same people who sit there and say, "Oh, I want to be in the NBA. I
Yeah.
want to be in the NFL, or Major League Baseball, or hockey,
Yeah.
or tiddlywinks, or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
There's a select few that make it, and not only that, there's a select few that also succeed.
Mm-hmm.
For every Darius Carter that you see in the state of New Jersey, just look at any bad wrestler.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, for every Joe Schmo that you see, you get those gemstones like a Darius Carter. Danny Moff is another great example.
Oh yeah, Danny Moff too. Yeah.
Who else? I'm trying to think here. Any of the guys from the faction called Espados Unidos, the exact same thing. They know how to get heat. They know how to. I think here's the best way to describe it. If you're in wrestling and you're able to strike an emotion with a crowd,
Yep.
it means you're doing your job right.
Exactly.
Humbly, in my opinion, as far as which show was better, this one's a tough one. And I say that for one reason. Both Garden State Wrestling and Titan Championship Wrestling both offered certain things.
Mm-hmm.
But I think as far as execution-wise, I got to give the edge slightly to, whatchamacallit, to Garden State.
Really? Oh, okay.
I have to give it to Garden State.
Okay.
And again, it's a slight edge. Just because of the fact that Garden State, you had the moment with Culture Inc. and Prolific. You had, what's his face, Alan Angels and Alec Price. You had the Fatal 4-Way. You had the main event.
Yeah.
You had all those moments. And like I said before, Titan also had those moments.
Mm-hmm.
But I think as more of an impact, I think it's going to be Garden State.
So correct me. You can correct me if I'm wrong about this, but I believe it was Garden State's first time at Ridgefield Park, right? Or was it not?
I think it was Carl or Ryan. If you can confirm that, I would appreciate it. But
so,
yeah,
so what I was going to say, if it was their first time, for them to knock it out, for you to give them the edge over Titan Wrestling, that's an incredible sign because versus Yoke.
Yeah, that was one of the other matches. That was a phenomenal match, and Ryan did confirm yes, it was their first time in the Mecca.
So yeah, what I was gonna say is for you to give them the edge over Titan and it being their Garden State's first time in the Mecca, which they call Ridgefield Park, that's a pretty amazing accomplishment.
And like I said, it was a slight edge.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a slight edge, and to me, I'm in the mentality. I hate doing those things. I hate doing which show is better, because to
Yeah.
me, I enjoy wrestling as a fan.
Yeah. So do I. So do I.
I enjoy wrestling as a fan. I never tell anybody that I'm in the business at all. That a lot of times these wrestlers, when they come up to me to start talking, a lot of times I do it to pick their brains.
Or you just freeze up like a. I'm just joking, but
But constant. In all seriousness, though, a lot of times when I'm talking to some of these wrestlers, it's never to try to get info out of them. It's more in line with me trying to pick their brains.
Exactly. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
But like I said, to me, you look at what happened, and like I said, folks, we're gonna be joined in about 10 minutes or so from Amanda, the Amazonian, who will be on to preview the D365 Cup as well, and we'll also get back into. We'll talk a little bit more about Impact Wrestling, but Casa, why don't we do this? Why don't we take a quick timeout?
Yeah, sure.
Take a quick timeout, and then we will get back. And actually, before. Oh, yes. Thank you. Hold on, before we get to that, thank you, Ryan. Yes, that cowboy match.
Wow, there was a cowboy match. Okay.
Oh, yes. That was probably. It was perfect. It was really. It was that match was probably one of the stiffest matches
Yeah.
I have ever seen. I was sitting next to Ryan at that point, and I think I counted, 30 chest slaps.
Oh wow.
To the point, Casa, I'm not kidding you, to the point that the crowd was chanting for more.
All right, that's good.
And to the point also that the crowd started chanting "Fight Forever." And Ryan said next to me, he's going, "Can I just get home?" Oh, and he also said it was, okay, this I didn't know. It was the first time ever for the two Cowboys.
Wow.
But like I said, those two guys, I'm surprised they're still standing today.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they're still standing today. You look at how all those guys are, I think it's incredible. So again, I give the slight edge to Garden State, but it's like, it would be like, if you were doing on a scale of 1 to 10, it would be like Garden State was a 10 and Titan was like a 9.3.
Oh wow, okay, that close. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the best way I can describe it. But guys, we're going to take a quick time out here. You're watching Ronald's podcast right here on the ATR Network. We'll be right back, and we will be joined by Amanda, the Amazonian, to talk about the D365 Cup. You're watching Ronald's podcast right here on the ATR Network. We'll be right back right after this.
All right, peace out, guys.
Hey guys, this is Carl from the ATR Network, also the producer of the Around Rose podcast, and I'm proud to introduce to you one of our good partners, Moonstar Smoke, right here in Animal Park, New Jersey. There's their phone number, their fax number. Guys, if you're a vape smoker like I am, they have everything you need. Also, too, if you're a hookah smoker, they have all your needs for that. Check them out. They're a mom and pop store. Sweetest people in the world, and you want to check them out. But also, too, you want to stay tuned to see more advertisements coming from them.
And we are back right here on the Around Rose podcast this Tuesday evening.
Yes, sir.
I'm John. I am joined, as always, by the guy who has been here since day one.
Yeah, literally day one. Literally day one, man.
Since the doors opened on the show.
Exactly.
But guys, like I said, we've talked a lot about tonight. Again, folks, if you've missed anything of tonight's show, definitely go back and watch the replay of it. And we do have a comment coming in, actually. from good friend of ours, Billy, who goes, "Hey guys, I've been listening while multitasking, just saying hello. Rest in peace, Jay Briscoe." Yes, like Billy said it, and we've been talking about it for most of the show tonight. The world did lose phenomenal talent in Jay Briscoe, as it was reported early, and I just got confirmation actually during our commercial break that it was a car accident in the state of Delaware.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say is this: I think Dynamite this week is going to be very interesting to see how it all plays out.
Yep.
I think be curious to see. I mean, we've made some suggestions before. Tomorrow, Ryan Peterson has made some very good ones.
Yeah, some suggestions that make very, very good sense. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well that's Ryan. He's the EVP of Logic.
The sensible one of this.
Yeah. Hey,
exactly.
Hey, we all need logic once in a while. I mean, I always tell people I don't have. Mine hasn't been sent to me in the mail yet.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm going to get a text message from one of two people later about it. But also, folks, as mentioned before, Amanda the Amazonian will be joining us momentarily.
Yeah.
To talk about the D365 Cup happening February 25th down in Brick Township, New Jersey. We did have yesterday, I was able to record an interview with the one, the only Mr. Kevin Nasta talking about the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely go check that video out. Go check out all of our videos over at youtube.com/at the ATR Network 2022.
Yep.
That is a mouthful.
Yep. Longer than my last name, but anyway.
Costa, nothing will be longer than your last name.
I know. Especially if you combine the full length of because Costa is not my full name. So especially if you combine my full name with my full last name, it's uses.
Okay, Costa, what is your actual full name?
My actual full name is Costa Dinos. So
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, exactly. So you combine Costa and Dino, and you get Costinos. That's the full name. That's my full name.
That couldn't be any more Greek if you could have figured it out.
Exactly. Exactly.
Jeez
exactly.
Louise.
Yeah.
But actually, Billy, if you're still watching, what was your favorite match from Titan on Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it going to be one that I'm figuring it's going to be?
Let us know. Yeah.
Absolutely. Let us know. But guys, like I said, Amanda will be joining us, and like I said, in a second or so. Definitely will love to talk to her ahead of this historic event happening. I feel like I'm a broken record now when I'm saying this about this event. But Costa, I mean, I look this way. This was originally supposed to be a tournament to determine the number one contender for the Goddess of War title.
Yep.
And now it's actually going to be for the title itself.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What happened was the previous champion, Adina Steele, had to relinquish the title due to an injury to her clavicle bone.
Okay, wow.
So that announcement was made on Saturday at the Titan show.
Okay.
So yeah, the stakes got raised quite a bit.
Wow. Hopefully Adina Steele gets better really soon and is able to make a return, yeah?
And I will say this much though, what I'm curious to see is, and I'd love to get Amanda's take on this when she joins us momentarily, is did her mindset change at all when the news came out of it being for the title and from what it used to be for the number one contendership?
Right. Okay,
So
that's a good question. Let's see what she has to say, yeah.
Definitely would love to get her take on that.
Mm-hmm.
And Billy actually Billy just answered the question. She goes, I'm going to say mine was a
Something of swag.
Place. Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. That's the way I look at it. It was great storytelling. It was phenomenal storytelling, and it was something that I would just give me 1 second though, because I'm curious to see what's going on right now. Because hold on, folks, just give me 1 second. We're gonna play a quick commercial break.
Yeah.
Or actually, Costa, why don't you do this? Why don't you talk? Oh, actually, she's actually right here. Never mind.
Okay.
I thought something happened. But guys, I'd like to introduce to you our guest this evening. She is one of the competitors that are going to be in the D365 Cup happening in Brick Township, New Jersey.
Yep.
The one, the only Amanda Amazzoni. Amanda, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it was our pleasure. But when the announcement came out Saturday night that this tournament's going to be for the title, when it was originally supposed to be for the number one contendership, did your mindset change at all going into this?
Absolutely. Because originally I thought it was just for the Goddess 365 Cup. And either way, I was ready to compete. I was prepared to go in and do what I needed to do. And then, of course, Kevin Nasta has the wonderful pleasure of telling us that it's now a title match. So, oh, really? That was my thought. Yeah, that was my thought on the subject. So, I have to have a little conversation with him somewhere down the road because that's not what I was expecting. But here we are, and I'm ready to go. And I am ready to take back what I once had and what I lost back in September. And I am the current Funhouse Women's Champion, but
Hey.
I would love to get that Goddess title back because, like I said, unfortunately, due to certain people standing in my way that think they could do what they want, I lost it to Adina.
Yeah, but also, do you really want to have that other title? From what I kept hearing Saturday, that other title seems cursed.
I don't know who said that, but
Kevin Nesta.
once a goddess, always a goddess. And that's the thing that people don't understand.
Mhm.
I will always be a goddess no matter what. It doesn't matter who likes it and who doesn't. I got the title once, and that's once is all it takes for me to forever be a goddess. And everyone knows that. Kevin Nasta is fully aware of that. Riley Shepard is fully aware of that. But she's upset because she claims she never lost it. My defense on that is you can't really miss or lose something that you never had because you were never there to defend it.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Right.
So the opportunity was there and I took it. I mean, I'm not wishing her ill will. Don't get me wrong. I would never wish injury on any opponent ever. That's, unfortunately, it's the nature of the business. It comes with the territory of being an athlete, but she got hurt. So she couldn't hold on to it. I'm sure that was her idea or that's what she wanted, to just hold on to it forever.
Mhm.
But didn't work out that way. So she's a little pissed because things didn't exactly work out how she wanted it. So now here we are again. So me and Riley are not in the same bracket going into this tournament, but I'm ready to fight whether she's in the bracket with me or not.
Actually, you bring that up. I actually have a picture of the bracket right here, courtesy of Kevin Nasta.
All right.
Well, of
Hold on.
course.
Just give me a second here. It's got to pull that up. And here we go. This is who's in your bracket. You got Tara Calloway, JC Storm, and the one, the only Becca Wiley, who you, if I remember correctly, were supposed to face Saturday,
Yeah.
but she injured her wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. Let me tell you something. Since I have joined Titan Championship Wrestling since last summer, every opponent that evidently has been fed to me either is sick, they fell out of bed, they can't walk, they can't make it, they're stuck in traffic, and the excuses and the list goes on. And I'm over it. I'm at the point where I'm ready to start facing the men at TCW if this continues, because this is ridiculous. So for Becca to be hurt, I can't say I'm surprised. She's terrified of me. You got to remember, she caused me to lose my goddess title to Adina.
Mhm.
So she knows I want my revenge. She knows that this isn't over. So what do you do when you don't want to face the music in reality? You do everything in your power to avoid it. So you cut corners, you make up excuses. I have wrestled in the ring injured plenty of times. Unless it's something where it, is avoiding you from physically walking or truly impairing you to a point where there's no way you can do this, broken ankle, things of that nature.
Yeah.
A wrist from training? No. I have wrestled in the ring with dislocated shoulders. I don't want to hear it. But Becca is always going to find a way. But you know what? That's okay. Because there is no way Becca can get out of this tournament.
No.
She's locked in. She is locked in. So it is her and JC against two monsters. Now, even though Tara Calloway is a separate subject altogether, we are not small women. We are women of size and power. I don't know what Becca plans on doing or where she's going to run off to, but she's not going to run very far. That much I could say. So I'm going to get my revenge with Becca in the ring during the tournament because she doesn't have a choice. There's no way she's getting out of this. It's just not possible. It's just not possible. I have ripped TCW so many times in terms of every opponent I've ever tried to face. When I show up to shows, I show up to fight. I show up to wrestle. Not this show up and, well, they're not here. Well, why not? I'm over it.
Well, like you said before, they're afraid of you.
But that's not my fault. If you're that afraid of me, then you have no part in this business. That's just how I feel about it.
Wow. First of all, I just want to say that I love the confidence. I think you're my favorite wrestler. Wow, I've never seen a wrestler this confident in their abilities. So I think you're my new favorite wrestler. I'm surprised by this. Wow. So
well, you have to go into the ring feeling confident, regardless of who you're facing. You know, I know, for example, of Tara Calloway's work. I have seen her wrestle against other people, but she's never been in there with me, and vice versa. So this is also new for me because while I can't wait to get in there with her to show her what I'm about, I'm also trying to understand her. She is respectable talent in this business, and she deserves that respect. So it's also new for me, but I'm not even concerned about Becca and JC. They're like at the bottom of the list. It's a joke. It really is. Tara Calloway is my target right now. I'm going to handle Becca one way or another in some shape or form because, like I said, we're in the same bracket and she does not have a choice. But my focus is also on Tara because, like I said, this would be my first time in the ring with her ever. I am looking forward to it, but I'm not easy. So, you know, she's got her work cut out for her as well.
I was going to say, do you have your sights also set on JC?
No. Not important. Not important. You know, JC is a hell of a competitor as well. Mm-hmm. Not too sure as to what type of trouble she'll give me, though. You know, I mean, when you're standing at the height that she is, it's like, come on. I mean, granted, don't get me wrong. You know, size doesn't always conclude to a person's ability in the ring, obviously. And JC is also very well respected in this business, very much up and coming. It would be nice to be in the ring with her as well, but she's not the focus for me. It's Tara.
Hey, I'm glad you have your sights set, but to me, the way, and like I said, I just did a whole sit down with Kevin. Actually, just went up on our YouTube page today, and we broke down each bracket. And the one thing he said when it came to this bracket with yourself, Tara, JC Storm, and Becca Wiley is hopefully the ring will be able to withstand everything. Because he's afraid that between you and Tara, you're going to chuck Becca like into like the fourth row or something.
I mean, she's light enough. She's, you know, Becca's light enough where I can hold her with one hand, no problem. And, you know, JC pretty much the same. So if the ring is still intact by the time we're done with our match, it would be a miracle. That's all I'm going to say. I just feel like, you know, like I said, me and Tara, respectfully, we're not small people. And I'm going to use my size to my full advantage. They don't call me the Amazon for no reason.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Casa, you have a question?
I'm gonna take it back a little bit to the beginning of your interest in wrestling. So was there a specific moment or a specific time in wrestling that got you interested in it in the first place?
Yes. So I grew up watching wrestling mainly during the Attitude Era. That was like the era that I grew up around. And I used to always watch it as a kid. But what really got me into wrestling was when about 4 years ago, my mom had grown sick and I needed a distraction. So I started doing CrossFit as a way to keep my mind occupied while she was going through treatment and things of that nature. And then even with that, up to this point, being an adult, I was still watching wrestling like Raw, SmackDown, and the pay-per-views. And I said, you know what? Let me just try training. I didn't think nothing of it. I just thought, it'd be cool to learn something, try something new, a hobby, things of that nature. And I did it, and I started, like people have their hobbies, people have things that they enjoy doing. I started taking it seriously. So I was taking it seriously more than, just a hobby. Like,
Yeah.
I have a regular 9 to 5 like everybody else, but I was truly becoming invested in wrestling. And here we are 3 years later, and I'm just getting started. So um that's what drew me in, the
Okay.
art form of it, understanding the nature of the business, understanding that the bumps are going to come and bumping sucks. It's
Yeah.
not it's not fun. It's not fun taking bumps because not every ring you get in, not every ring you get into is nice and cushioned. I have to admit TCW actually has a very nice decent ring that when you take a bump, you don't really feel the shock as badly as being in some other rings where you're like, holy crap,
Yeah.
and, and you have to keep going.
Yeah.
So, it's real in that regard,
Yeah.
it's, when someone picks you up and then they put you on your ass and you're like, okay, and you got to keep moving, so that's what got me interested in wrestling.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you for answering my question. I appreciate it.
No problem.
No, Amanda, the one thing I'll say though, in the time span of doing the show and the show starting to get out to more independent shows, and I've spoken to a lot of, the independent wrestlers, I commend you guys for what you guys do.
Of
For
course.
going out there every show and doing what you guys do. Because one thing with me, and I have somebody who's been watching wrestling now, I came back to watching wrestling in 2014 when Daniel Bryan had his run going into WrestleMania 30.
Yeah.
Storytelling, to me, is a huge part of it. And Costa can tell you, and anybody else who's seen the show can tell you, that's my one thing that I always say when it comes to wrestling.
Absolutely.
And no, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say storytelling is everything. You want to portray that story. In this instance, most of the people that I am in the ring with, it's a battle of David and Goliath. I think you could figure out who is Goliath. And it's storytelling is everything. Without storytelling, what is the point of doing the match? It's what's the point? Storytelling is everything.
Exactly. And then looking at this whole tournament, and I feel like, broken record by this, but when this whole tournament first came up, I had goosebumps. Just because of the fact of all the names that are in this tournament. I mean, like I said, we just sat down with Kevin and we went through it. And you have yourself, you have Vicious Vicky, it's a mixture of a lot of people. What are your thoughts being one of the people in this tournament?
It truly is an honor, just to be a part of the Goddesses tournament. Just seeing all the names that are involved in this event, it really is. It's inspiring because and it's motivating because I since the beginning, and again I'm still fresh in the business. I'm only 3 years in, but it's like I always stay humble and I always, work hard and I'm always into learning and improving myself, especially in the ring. But it's like, holy crap, like I'm actually going to be in the same, venue with these women. And these are women that are very well known in the business. And, I get to meet these women, apart from the ones obvious, Riley Shepard, Vicious Vicky, that I obviously know from, working with them. it truly is incredible. Like Nyla Rose is going to be there, and I'm super excited about that. I've never met her, so this would be my first time. And to hopefully just pick her brain about the business as well, and understand wrestling from her perspective. And it truly is going to be a wonderful day, with Fan Fest prior to bell time. Fans get to spend a couple hours with us ladies, and then we're there to put on a show for the fans. But it really is. When I was seeing the list that was coming out, and another one that's going to be in the tournament is Angel Orsini, and I faced Angel. She's the one that I won the Funhouse title from back in November. So it truly is remarkable of what women's wrestling can be. And I think in a lot of ways, women's wrestling is underrated. They don't get the credibility that they really should be getting, or that women should be getting the recognition that they truly deserve. Not to knock on the amazing men that we have in this business that are extremely talented, but it's just women deserve that, because we work our butts off just like the men. We have to put in the time, put in the work. We have to do the traveling, the traveling, hopping on a plane right after work, getting there the next day, you're all bloodshot, you're on no sleep, and perform, and then go back home and do it all over again the following month or the following week. So I'm so looking forward to it. I really am.
I totally get where you're coming from on it, and I've said it for a while. One thing with us, on the show, we're very big supporters of women's wrestling. And one of my favorite matches, and it's one of the most recent ones, is Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker when they had the Lights Out match.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was early 2022, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
To me, when you have good storytelling, a lot of times the women on the show do better than the men. And I've said that countless amount of times on this show and to people in general. To me, I agree with what you said, though, that sometimes women wrestling gets underrated because I feel that in a lot of wrestling fans' eyes, they view the women's wrestling as what it was back in the Attitude Era, when it was, okay, women wrestling's on, let me go take care of something else.
Right.
No, it's definitely not like that now, though.
But in some people's eyes, they still think this is 1998.
Right. Or, women's wrestling during the Attitude Era was, granted, it was entertaining as hell. That's not, I the Attitude Era, but it's like, women's wrestling was, bra and panties and all of this. And I'm like, you're not getting that from me. It's like, no. And it's especially during the Attitude Era, I loved China. Like, that was my girl. That would, for me to watch her consistently and just see this, monstrous woman just whip everybody's butt. And she was primarily my influence. She was primarily my influence. So it's like me being a big girl, a tall girl, not as muscular as she was, but I am working on that. It's I used it to program my mindset into thinking, okay, you're like a badass in this, and use it to your full advantage. And that's what China did, and it's but yeah, the Attitude Era compared to now, and yeah, women want to tell stories too, just like the men. It's no different. And it, like I said, it's we put in the work just as much. And I would never ever tell a woman you don't work as hard as me. It's like I'm in no position to tell anybody that ever. But it's like we all have to put in the work. We've all been trained by in numerous facilities and by numerous people throughout the U.S. And everybody, it's an art form, and that's what makes everybody unique and different. It's what makes you different from the rest. So, yeah.
No, I totally agree with what you're saying, Casa. Do you have any more questions?
I actually have one last question, if you don't mind.
Go right ahead.
Is there a specific place or destination or arena that you would like to go that you haven't been to yet?
A specific place, I really would like to go back home to my family's, to the island of Puerto Rico. That's where my family's from.
Okay.
Just to pay homage to the culture of being a Puerto Rican woman. And there's Puerto Ricans everywhere in the United States, like we're all over, but nothing beats going home to the island. And that is one of my goals for this year. I don't really have a specific arena. I'm just enjoying the ride.
Okay.
So every location, every new location that I go to, I embrace that and I enjoy that moment. It's a new location that I've never visited and things of that nature.
Right.
So that's just how I want to do. I just want to go with the flow, and wherever the wind takes me pretty much is good enough.
All right, perfect. Thank you for
My-
answering all my questions. I appreciate it. And
No
like I
problem.
said, I think you're my new favorite wrestler. So yeah, I love your confidence. I think you will be very successful in this tournament. And let's see how everything falls. Let's see. I'm
Thank you.
excited to see.
Man, and my last question before we have you plug everything else. If you had the opportunity to face any wrestler from any generation, doesn't matter what promotion, if they're alive, if they're not around anymore, who would it be?
So the previous, I was actually having this conversation with Nasta over the weekend, when we were on our way to TCW, and I told him, I said, I would love to face Nyla. I would love to face Nyla. Big girl, lots of confidence, incredibly strong. And I would actually, I don't know why, there's just something about her that gets me. I would like to face Rosemary. She's also incredible talent, been around a very long time. And he, whenever I talk to Nasta about these things, he'll joke with me. He's like, you know what, go to bed. We'll talk about it in the morning. And I'm like, what? I can't even tell you what I want to be. He's like, get out. Things like that. So yeah, if I had to pick between those two, I wouldn't mind facing those two women. If she was still alive, China would be my girl. She would kick my butt, but hey, I'll go down with dignity either way. Yeah. So that's who I had in mind if I really absolutely had to choose.
Now, Amanda, again, thank you so much for hopping on. I appreciate it a lot.
Thank you.
Other than the show for Goddesses, what else do you have coming up that you like to promote?
Well, let's see. I believe we have in March, we have a show coming up for it's a cerebral palsy benefit. It's part of TCW. Yeah, that's a important one. I am all hands on deck when it comes to supporting, individuals with special needs and disabilities of all kinds. Having grown up dealing with that myself, regardless of disability, everybody has the ability to participate in wrestling and be a part of the wrestling community. So we have that coming up in March. TCW, I know, has a full-fledged lineup of, just a plethora of events, one after the other, nonstop. I know Kevin Nasta was also in communication with talking about talent exchange for overseas and things of that nature. So I am looking forward, to that. I had mentioned in a previous podcast that my goal this year is to wrestle in Germany, even if it's for a couple of weeks to get some training in, just to see the difference in culture and see how people are overseas in the ring and understanding, body language and working with people that don't speak English or even if they may be limited. It's always important to know how to work with everyone in that regard. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just going with the flow right now. And, it's weird because as each month goes by or comes to an end, then I get, a booking, whether it's at TCW or elsewhere coming up. So I'm just enjoying the moment. I'm just taking it all in.
And I actually, on the show on site, was actually my first Titan show that I had been at.
What'd you think?
Oh, I absolutely loved it. Especially the one thing I will say, how they played off the whole how there was like no room between the top rope and the ceiling.
Oh.
And I think I counted maybe 6 times, 7 times, where a lot of the guys' heads clonked right into the ceiling.
Yeah. We
Wow.
have a lot of the men on our roster, they have height to them, you
Yeah.
know. So it's like if they're a high flyer, it's like doink, okay, watch out. Oh crap. You know, it's
I
yeah,
think
that
I'm
type
not,
of thing.
think I'm not mistaken, one of the ceiling tiles, I don't remember what match it was, actually came out.
I wouldn't be surprised if it did. I would not be surprised. There's actually when I was done with what I had to do, I was watching it coming in and out, but I was watching everybody else's matches. Like I was watching Ray Kalitri against Mercy, and then I was watching the triple threat between Ben Castle, Abraham Khan, and Blocks. So Blocks gave Abraham Khan a high cross body. But I'm glad he did it off of the second rope and not the top rope, because I can guarantee that if he would have done it off the top rope, he definitely would have hit his head.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, you know, you make do with what you have, and you make it work. And if you have to still, it's balls to walls, and you still have to you have to put 100%, no matter where you are or what you're wrestling in.
Exactly. And I know definitely I will be down there for the Goddesses of War show, because I'm actually really looking forward to that show, especially, being in that building. It was my first time also in that building. And there was just and now mind you, I've seen a lot of shows over in Ridgefield Park, as they was called the Mecca.
Yes.
But there was a different feeling in that building that night. One that even the Mecca doesn't even have.
Wow.
And I've been to I have been to Ridgefield Park plenty of times to see a lot of pro wrestling magic shows. Steve Off, who runs Pro Wrestling Magic, was at TCW. He had his match there, and Steve is an absolute trip. And but the energy, the one thing that I could say about everyone on our TCW roster is just everyone just clicks. Everyone is so respectful. Despite the rivalries, despite the disagreements that we have with each other in the ring, there's just such a calm and positive atmosphere, in spite of the beef me and Riley have. We go in the locker room, we look at each other, all right, whatever, see you later, type of thing. But either way, it's just great being around these people. And these are people that, like I said, when I'm in a locker room, I love picking the brain of other talent, whether it's, understanding the nature of the business, understanding why they do certain things. And, a couple of them have even come to me, hey, did you watch my match? What did you think of this? And things like that. And I give them feedback according to what I've done, or, the feedback of what I've given that has been given to me in similar situations.
Yeah.
So I'm still learning. And I just love that, because it's, like I said the other day on my Facebook page, my goal is to be a leader inside and outside the ring. I may be the bad guy, oh well, but my goal is to still, see everyone thrive and help when it's needed. So, I absolutely love the TCW roster. It really
And
is incredible.
I will say this much. I thought, like I said, a lot of them I've known, seen them at other shows. And a lot of them, it was the first time I'd seen them live in action. And it was just, there was a different feel. And I said this when we were talking about the show beforehand. You mentioned before with Steve Off and his match with Blaze Haram.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, and mind you, like I said, I've seen Darius Carter wrestle quite a few times. I don't think I've seen Darius Carter get booed as quickly as Blaze Haram did.
It's interesting because I have seen Darius wrestle plenty of times, and Darius is just absolutely incredible talent. And I love watching him wrestle, and just being who he is in the ring, his mannerisms, how he doesn't give two craps about nothing or nobody.
Exactly.
And Blaze Haran, yeah, he got some heat. He definitely did. I saw that match between him and Steve, and he got some heat. I was standing right there, like, yeah, go Steve. And unfortunately, Steve's getting his butt kicked. And I love Steve, great guy. But Blaze definitely got the heat from Titan Nation. And it's like when I came out in my segment, the crowd was cheering me, and I'm like, okay, I can't have this. No. And then I said, if it's good for you, you would cheer me. So things like that. But yeah, Blaze got that heat, and he's awesome guy. And that was a good match. I enjoyed watching
No,
that.
that was one of my two favorite matches from that night. My other one was Gangon and Recon.
Yeah. I didn't get to catch that one. But I did see them wrestle when we were doing the aftermath. So that was the match the week after Mount Olympus happened in November.
Yeah.
And I saw them go at it, and just to see their styles and how they just went in on each other was incredible. Like, they're both Anthony Gangone is an incredible competitor, and so is Recon. Like, they're amazing. They're a lot of fun to watch.
And hey, you're also amazing to watch as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean, SP, I don't know what he was thinking.
I don't know what he was thinking that night.
He claims it's his ring, but I'm going to reiterate on this. Once I step in, it's my ring. And to Nasta's point, it's not your ring, Nasta. But once a goddess steps in, Nasta says it's his ring. So either way, it's my ring. Either way you slice it, because I'm a goddess. So, I'm glad he defended me. He should have, because I had to take care of SP by myself, and whatever. It is what it is.
But again, guys, February 25th, it all goes down in Brick Township, New Jersey. Goddesses Award D365 Cup happens. Go get your tickets. You're not going to miss this. You're going to get to see a lot of great women that day. Great action. You'll have the 2-hour fan fest beforehand. There's going to be an hour window, I think, for food. The food trucks that he was saying about.
Yes.
And who knows? You may see some other stuff. Who knows? But again, Amanda, thank you so much for hopping on. We definitely love to have you on again. Maybe possibly after you win the tournament.
Hey, win or lose, I'll still come on. I'm more than happy to do it.
Absolutely.
But I'm not anticipating on losing.
I know you're gonna win. I know you're gonna win. If I may say this before we hop off here,
yes.
You mentioned something about cerebral palsy, and I'm not trying to. The reason why I mentioned it is because I have cerebral palsy myself. So I'm just offering this. If you need anything in regards to assisting yourself with cerebral palsy or any events that have to do with cerebral palsy, please feel free to reach out to me, because I've been living with cerebral palsy for like my whole life. So I know what it's about. So if you'd like me to help out in any way in regards to those events, I will be more than happy to do so.
Thank you so much. I'll actually I will forward that information over to Kevin, and as well as Billy and Charlie. I'll definitely keep them in the loop on that. Thank you for telling me about that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Yep.
And like I said, Amanda, don't be a stranger. Definitely love to have you back on again. And when we have you back on again, we will have the ring announcer with us, Ryan Peterson, as well.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Looking forward to it.
All right, Amanda, have a great night and go kick ass that day. I can't wait to see it.
Thank you so much. Take
All right,
care.
have a great night.
Bye-bye.
Again, guys, that's Amanda, the Amazonian, who is set to be in the D365 Cup. So, Casa, what do you think?
From what I see right now, I think she's winning, boss. I think she's winning.
So why don't we do this?
Yep.
Take one more quick break.
Yep.
So at least I can get something to drink, because, talking a lot tonight.
Yeah.
And then we will come back and talk some Impact Wrestling, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, we'll be right back right after this. You're watching On the Ropes podcast right here on the ATR Network. We'll be right back right after this.
Hey, folks, this is Carl from the ATR Network. Just want to let you know we have a brand new sponsor. It's Doobie Energy. All your energy drinks with no jitters and no crash. Check this out. See you next time.
And we are back here live on the Around the Ropes podcast right here on the ATR Network. I'm John. You know the handsome Canadian right there.
Yes, sir.
We do have a comment coming in, and it's from our buddy David Zubin. Oh, Zubin.
Mr. Zubin, how are you?
Tells right, it goes, hey, where is Ryan? Also notice the ratings booster. Thanks, Zubin.
Yeah, Ryan is nowhere to be found, so hopefully he'll be here next week.
Ryan, no. In all seriousness, though, Ryan is taking a well-deserved break.
Yeah.
He had, been through some stuff, trying to, he needs a break. And for everything that Ryan has done for this show, I completely understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, of course, most definitely.
But don't worry, folks.
We'll see you soon, Ryan. We'll see you soon. Don't worry about it.
Ryan will be back on the show, and which actually, let me actually get to that quickly. But actually, no. Let's get the Impact first, and then we'll do the programming.
Okay.
So, Hard to Kill.
Yes, sir.
Happened. Let me ask you this while I pull up the card, Costa. Was there any surprises for you?
Actually, Frankie Kazarian, I believe he was there, right? Frankie Kazarian surprised me. I believe he was there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it was announced that he signed with Impact.
Yeah. So sorry, that's what I meant. Like, so that signing surprised me. Actually, I'm excited to see where Frankie Kazarian goes from here because he's a very, very, very significant talent, and I want to see. I'm curious to see where he goes from here. I'm curious.
Exactly, I totally agree on that. Let me run through the results quickly here.
Yeah, go ahead.
What happened?
Yeah.
On the kickoff show, you had Kushida defeating Angels, Delirious, Mike Bailey, Mike Jackson via submission. Okay. Trey Miguel was able to retain the X Division title.
Wow.
Then opening the show, and it was actually our thumbnail tonight, was hold on. Zubin has another question for me. Let me go to this question now. How is that Wawa tea, John? It was actually very good.
Okay.
I tried the raspberry tea and there it was actually it was very good.
Nice.
Again, shout out to Wawa. Hopefully they'll sponsor us at some point.
Hopefully.
Josh Alexander was able to defeat Bully Ray, which I was very surprised by.
Oh, that is surprising. That is very surprising to me.
And a 17-minute match via submission.
Wow.
The Motor City Machine Guns were able to retain the tag team titles over the team of Heath and Rhino, Bullet Club, and the major players. Joe Henry defeated Moose.
Yep.
Mind you, folks, I do have to mention one little part. This match did have to get restarted because we did see the debut of a certain, if I can do this right, a certain Cobra.
Yes.
Yeah. Ryan, just trying to close Wawa, please.
Yeah. Wawa, please sponsor us. Please, Wawa. Please sponsor.
That would be nice. But let's keep this going because we also had Joe Henry defeating Moose. Like I said, that match had to get restarted because Santino Marella made his debut as a new interim director of Authority.
Yep.
got pissed off that Moose basically kicked Henry in his little huevos
Okay.
and got the match restarted.
All right.
Next, we had Masha Slamovich defeated Deanna Peraza, Killer Kelly, and Taylor Wilde to become the new number one contender for the Knockouts Women's title.
Mhm.
Eddie Edwards defeated Jonathan Gresham. And in your main event, title versus career, Mickey James is now your new Impact Knockouts Women's Champion.
Wow. I saw footage of that actually. I love the moment where she was with her in the ring with her son, I believe, right?
Yes.
That was incredible. That was an incredible moment. Incredible.
Yes, that really was. Overall, I was surprised by some of the results.
Yeah, me too.
I was really surprised, especially with Boley and Josh, with how they were really playing that.
Yep.
I'm curious to see now where they, because I know they already set up the tease for the next feud,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to be Josh and Steve Macklin.
Oh, nice. Okay. That should be an incredible match too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
I totally agree. But I think overall, it was a good pay-per-view. I'll definitely say that much. It was a good pay-per-view. I wouldn't put it in my top list yet, but also there hasn't really been any other big pay-per-views this year.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, granted, you did have a thing called Wrestle Kingdom, but it was a good start.
Yeah.
It was a good start. I think the next Impact pay-per-view is
April.
April, I think.
Was it Bound for Glory or not?
No, Bound for Glory is October.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Bound for, and then you have something in April. I forgot now what the April show usually is, but I know they have Slammiversary is usually like in June.
Yeah.
And Bound for Glory is usually in October.
Right. Yeah.
But again, folks, I thought it was a fantastic pay-per-view.
What would you rate it out of 10 if you don't mind?
Out of 10?
Yeah.
I would give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
8 out of 10. I'm only saying 8 out of 10 for one reason. I was very surprised he kept the title on Josh.
Yeah. Me too.
I wasn't so shocked though. Once I found out that Josh and Bully were opening the show, and that Mickey and Jordan Grace were closing the show.
Yeah.
It was a giveaway that Mickey was going to win.
Oh, really? Was it? Yeah.
Think about it. You're not going to have somebody close out a show like that if you're not going to have some, and especially with it being title versus career.
Yeah.
That basically gave it away.
True.
But Costa, do you have anything else you want to get to before we wrap up the show and get into all the last minute stuff?
No, I think I'm good, but yeah, like I'm just gonna plug my show if you don't mind.
Well, I'll let you plug your show in 1 second.
Yeah.
Quick programming note.
Yeah.
We will not be live next week.
Yeah.
We will, though, have some YouTube exclusives coming out over the next couple of days. Like we had the one that dropped today with Kevin Nasta. We have one that I'm recording Monday night that will drop probably, you know what I'll do? Look for YouTube exclusive to be dropped at 8 p.m. Tuesday night.
Okay.
In our regular time slot.
Right.
I will not tell you who it is. You have to subscribe and find out who it's going to be.
All right. Yes, guys. Please subscribe to our channel, please.
Also, we have coming up, we will be down in Jersey again for Pro Wrestling Magic on the 28th. And I can break this news right now.
Yep.
Ready for the drum roll?
Yep.
January 29th, Recombination Wrestling is set to hold Queen of the North 4.
Yep.
There will be a kickoff show done by a certain podcast. Oh yeah, Costa, that would be us.
Exactly.
It got confirmed to me right before we went live tonight from the promoter's mouth himself that this show will be doing the kickoff show.
Yes,
so you don't know who, and he already told me the names of who he's going to try to get us that day. So you're not going to want to miss that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Come February, we do, myself and Carl will be down in Baltimore for Celeb Fest. which we will have such superstars as Mike Mondo, the lovely Miss Larkin, JC Storm, and Christina Marie down there.
Shout out to
Then-
all the moving talents.
Then the following weekend,
Hmm.
myself and Carl will be up in Schenectady, New York,
Okay.
making our commentary debut.
Aha.
Folks, I said this at the end of 2022, and I say this again. 2023 is going to be our year.
Yes,
It's
sir.
going to be our year. This is time. 2022 was nice. It was pretty. But 2023, we're going to take it with our. I'm going to take my hand, wrap it around the throat of 2023, and I'm not going to stop,
Mhm.
folks. I've gone at this way too long. I ain't fucking stopping now.
Hell, none of us are. Let's go. I'm ready.
This is going to keep going. But again, guys, actually, we're going to get Costa. Promote what you guys have coming up here on with you and Chris.
Yeah. So for my show, so for the Rap and Rock Connection, which recently got rebranded, so we record our episodes on Thursdays now, and we drop them on Fridays, so they're pre-recorded. But me, along with my co-host Chris Rex, will be discussing the rap and rock sides of the music industry, or the week that was in the music industry as a whole. And we have let me just say this: in a few weeks, we have a big surprise coming for you all, which includes our very first interview with a musical band. So that's coming up in the next few weeks. So please stay tuned every Friday for our new episodes every Friday on the ATR Network YouTube page to drop around noon or 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, we have a lot of things in store, and we can't wait to bring you more content. So
And
to that.
last time, I just want to say, according to Ryan Peterson, apparently it sounds kinky in some countries. I don't know what he's referring to.
Yeah, what was that about? I have no idea.
I have no freaking idea.
Yeah.
But again,
Yeah.
it's Ryan. What do you expect?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, Costa. Wow.
Just joking, Mr. Peterson. You're the
But
best.
guys, again, I appreciate everybody who watched us tonight. From who commented to us, Billy, Ryan, David. Appreciate everybody who contributed
Everyone.
tonight. This was a long show.
Yeah.
Even though we only did the show for about 2 hours and some change.
Oh, we usually go longer. Yeah.
But also, guys, I said this before, I'll say this again. We may have had some fun tonight, but again, guys, we do send our condolences tonight.
To the J. Briscoe family.
Ryan Tajani goes, listen here, you Stanley Cupless Costa.
Okay. All right. What's up?
No, he's just saying that.
Yeah.
For what
Just
you
say
just
that.
said.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yeah.
what was I going to say? We did lose a legend tonight in Jay Briscoe. So again, folks, hug your loved ones tonight and continue. If you go to our social media accounts, we'll have a post put up there probably later tonight or tomorrow. Where if you want to put any comments about Mr. Briscoe, go right ahead. Also, folks, I do want to mention this. Over on our Facebook page, which you can find us at, it's the Around the Ropes Show, or something along the lines of that. Just type in Around the Ropes Podcast, you'll find us. I put out pictures of the brackets for the D365 Cup. We definitely love to get your guys' predictions of who you guys think will win the tournament and become your new Goddess of War Women's Champion.
The Amazonian.
Again, actually, Costa, thank you for bringing it up. I want to thank Amanda so much for hopping on. It was a blast getting to talk to her. You can go catch her, Lucius Vicky, Christina Marie, JC Storm. Go down the list. February 25th down in Brick Township, New Jersey for Goddesses of War, the D365 Cup.
Yes, sir.
But for Costa, I'm John. Carl went MIA for he's not here right now.
Yeah.
But again, guys, We'll not be live next week. We'll be back live the end of the month
Mhm.
to recap all of what happened, including the Royal Rumble.
The Royal Rumble. It's going to be an amazing event, by the way. Stay tuned for that.
So stay tuned for that. And guys, again, subscribe to our YouTube page, follow us on Facebook, like us, share it with your family, your friends, your sisters. Yes, I don't care. Just share the video, get the name out there. Buy our merch. I totally forgot about the merch. Buy our merch.
We also have organic coffee, by the way. Reach us.
And we also might have something else coming up on the horizon.
Okay.
I'm just not at liberty to say what it is right now.
Okay.
But again, guys, thank you so much for watching us tonight. And we will see you guys very, very, very soon.
Peace out.
Peace.